Hello members. Wow, what a week we've had here at Mount Lawley Golf Club. WA Open's just finishing. It's a privilege to have a gentleman standing next to me, Mark Leishman, who's come all the way over to WA to play the event. Fantastic. I know you're playing the Australian Open, Australian PGA later in the year. Your thoughts, I really would love to get your thoughts, not just about the club, the course, but the reasons why you came across as well.
Yeah, well, and firstly, the golf course is phenomenal. I played here probably 20 years ago and honestly couldn't remember a whole lot about it. I remember it being great condition. I couldn't remember a whole lot about the layout. Now, almost every hole is fairly memorable. There's no bad holes out there. So much fun to play. Great to be around the members. Very welcoming, and I had an awesome week. Reasons for coming here, we get a long off season now on Live, so just wanted to play somewhere, and I looked at all the tournaments that were on around the world at this time, and which courses would be preparation for an Australian Open, and picked this one. So I think it was a very good decision. Like I say, that this is as Australian Open as it gets. So hopefully I can get back here in the coming years.
Well, we certainly hope so. Walking fairways today with crowds, it's quite unique. It's almost old school, no ropes, and the crowds get the opportunity to get up close and personal. I'm assuming they're having a chat with you along the way. How did you find that?
Yeah, it was great. It had been a long time since that had happened, but it's enjoyable to do that. All the kids are so excited to be standing close to you and giving them golf balls and that sort of thing. So it was fun to be in amongst the crowds.
Yeah, good. Now, we've gone through a redevelopment of the course. OCM, through Mike Cocking, predominantly as the lead architect, did the design. But at the end of the day, it comes down to the grounds crew, who really have gone above and beyond. Rod Town, our courts manager, and the team as a whole. What would you say to them after playing the course this week? You've mentioned the Australian Open as a lead-up. How do you rate it? Are you impressed?
Very impressed. I was speaking to Rod last night. It doesn't get a whole lot better than this. This is, aesthetically, it's beautiful, and then, you can have an average golf course layout-wise, and if it's in good conditions, it's memorable. But this is an outstanding golf course layout-wise, and it's in good condition. So, and I know it's only young, and it's only going to get better and better, and it's still early in the growing season. So, pretty fortunate to have this here on your doorstep, and all the members. I'll be really proud of it, because it's certainly got showcased really well this week.
Yeah. Do you think there's a chance of getting the rest of your Ripper team back here one day?
Well, it won't be for lack of trying. I'll have rave reviews about it, and I'll speak to them, and obviously can't promise anything, but it's a pretty cool week.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, really appreciate you coming across. You obviously made a big difference to this tournament. The crowds have been phenomenal. And from my perspective, and from the team here at Mount Lawley and the board and the members, we've had a bunch of volunteers out there this week. They've all had an absolute ball. And one of the pleasing things, it seemed that the players were having a great time as well. Brutal maybe the course, but I've heard a few of them saying, love the place but just want to hate it. Is that something that may come to mind, or?
No, there's nothing to hate about it. No, I don't think.
More the brutality.
It was just. You can set it up. You can set it up tough, and it's a West Australian Open, so it should be tough, I think. If you put the pins in friendlier places, you could certainly shoot a very low score, and I think it was good that they made it difficult. You had to think about where you wanted to miss the ball, and where you could miss it and couldn't miss it, and short-sighted is not fun around here.
Yeah.
But nor should it be.
No.
So, it was, like I say, it was a very great week.
Yeah, I think one of the briefs with Mike Cocking was the end result. We really wanted the opportunity to challenge every golfer, but make it accessible as well. Members play week in, week out, and there is an accessible way to play the golf. Of course, it was proven this week that the best golfers in the world can come along, and they're not shooting the lights out. People were saying that 20 plus under was going to win this tournament, but certainly proven great design, doesn't have to be long, can succeed at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's the whacker is very bouncy, the pitch. These greens were quite bouncy. There's certainly ways to toughen up a golf course without having the you know, the 4 or 6 inch rough, which I love that. You know, it gives you options around the greens. Like, not only do you not go and just go straight for your lob wedge, a lot of the time you can't use your lob wedge. So I enjoy that sort of golf.
Well, thanks, Mark. Really appreciate you coming across. I know my brother's been talking quite a bit about you on the broadcast. It doesn't necessarily look like you might be winning this week, but you came very close. Hopefully we get you back here so you can claim the title one year. Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, I'd love to. Thanks, Roy. Cheers. Yeah, no worries.